And some guerrilla marketing tactics to grow my poop scooping business. Going up to a bunch of people and asking them to help me choose a logo. So far, not one person has blown me off. Everyone has chosen this logo so far. I've asked about 5 people. Also worth noting that every single person I've asked so far has asked for more information and asked for a business card. One interaction I had was pretty interesting. I pretty much just walk up to anybody I see that looks like they may be open to a conversation. I skip over people if they're like on a phone call or if they just look busy or look like they don't want to be bothered. So I walked right by one of these guys sitting on a bench who was just he was looking at his phone. And when I came back by, I didn't acknowledge him. So he actually stopped me and said, "Hey, I see you going up and asking people some questions. What do you got going on? I'm interested." And I just told him what I got going on. I'm trying to help get a logo picked for my business. And he asked why I didn't ask him. I said, well, I saw that you were busy. I wanted to respect your time and your privacy, and just moved on. And he signed up. And to be completely honest, I kind of had a lot of confidence going into this because I've already done this with the shoe project. I probably walked up to a couple hundred people about the shoe project, helped me pick a logo, and that's probably how I got about 400 or 500 pairs of shoes in the past. So I know this works. The reason I think it works a whole lot better than just passing out flyers or just trying to get people to sign up for your business is because you're really just asking people for feedback. Rather than approaching people and say, hey, I have a poop scooping business. Do you know anybody that wants to use my service? I say, hey, help me pick a logo for my business. And then they start asking all the questions. They want to know more about it. And it gives me an opportunity to talk about it without having to be pushy with the sale. So now that I figured out exactly what I want to say, now I'm going to start nailing down the demographics. So I'm going to start going to wealthy neighborhoods. I'm going to go to the dog parks in those neighborhoods, and I'm going to ask for feedback. So I could have done a little bit more research about the demographics because I realized that people that live in nice neighborhoods usually go to work in the day. So that's why there's nobody in this park. 2 years ago when I first started, I actually came to this neighborhood. So I had this sign right here. It says, never pick up poop again, the poop pros for the free service visit. I learned a lot from this interaction. So I went in the park right over there and I put the sign right in the middle of the dog park. And I didn't say a word to anybody. I just put the sign up and I started picking up dog shit. And as I was looking up, every single person in this entire dog park was looking at my sign without me saying a word. I even thought it was funny because all the dogs would follow me around and the owners would literally have to go over there and pull the dogs away from me, and they would just apologize. And I would say, no worries, I'm just picking up dog poop, no problem. And what I realized is no one actually scanned this QR code, which I thought was fascinating. But when I got back to my truck, even though nobody scanned the QR code, an overwhelming amount of them, let's say there was 8 people in the park, 6 people went to the website, which is a pretty good ratio. They would sign up for my service and not even just walk over and scan the QR code to get a free visit. So I would be in my truck with the people that signed up that are in this park, well, wrong way. And I would text them immediately and say, hey, we're actually in your neighborhood right now. Would you like us to go ahead and service your yard? And they would literally look over their shoulder and look at me directly in my truck and just stop texting me and just walk over and say, hey, you really pick up dog poop? How does it work? And I just say, yeah, we go to your yard, we pick up the dog shit, we take it with us and we leave. And they would literally have me follow them back to their house and immediately start a routine service. And that's how I got a handful of my clients.